Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Makeup for Dummies. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be showing you all my foundation routine, okay? I'm going to be color correcting, concealing, and then applying my foundation, okay? So that's why I have this scarf on, and I put this on out the shower. It's just a little sundress, just so that, you know. So I have a clean canvas, okay? If you want to know my face routine, as far as what I do to clean my skin, you have to go back to the previous video, which I will link below. Okay, now on that last video I showed you all some makeup brushes that I had ordered, okay, and they are called toothbrush makeup brushes because they look like toothbrushes and they come in all different sizes, okay. And so this is going to be trial and error for me. This is my first time using them. I'm used to using a regular brush, so this is just going to be trial and error for me, okay? Now, I've already put on my moisturizer because you want to put a moisturizer or a primer on before you start applying makeup, okay? So I have a clean canvas with just moisturizer on, okay? Now, I guess I will be using... Well, that's for my foundation. Let me get a brush for my concealer. I'm sorry, my color correcting that I'm about to do. So this is trial and error for all of us because, like I said, this is my first time using these brushes. Okay, so I'm going to use this little brush here to do some color correcting right under my eyes. For those of you who have dark circles or rings around your eyes, you have to color correct. Witch hazel is also good, which I mentioned on my last video. You want to go back to that skincare routine that I did, my nightly skincare routine, and then that way you'll know about the witch hazel and the benefits of it. Okay, so here's my color correcting palette. It's brand new. I've never used it. And I'm going to actually use purple. Okay. The packaging says to use yellow to cancel out any dark spots, but I think it just depends on your complexion, okay? So you have to just, go about that. So I have a mirror here, so I'm going to be turning, and hopefully you can still see what I'm doing, okay? So I'm just taking that color corrector, and I'm applying it right underneath of my eyes, okay? And like I said, this is my first time using these brushes. I actually like it so far. It goes right on. Okay. So I've canceled out those dark circles. So I was right. The purple is good, I guess, if you have caramelly brown skin. Okay. I canceled that right out. All right, and I'm using you all as a mirror tip. Okay, now if you have any other kind of blemishes on your skin, any other kind, you can just, cancel them out as well. I just have a few little moles or spots or something like that. Okay, now what you want to do after you do your color correcting is you want to conceal it. Okay, and this is the this is Wet n Wild Coverall color correcting palette. Okay, now what you want to do is conceal what you have corrected, and I'm going to be using Pro Concealer. It's let's see, the color is Sand. Wait a minute, let me get the color for you all. And for those of you who are new, who didn't see my previous videos, I am not a makeup artist. I am an amateur who just learned from watching YouTube. Okay, this is called Warm Sand, okay? Pro Conceal. So, I'm going to take, maybe I'll just take that same brush, and we're going to conceal what we just corrected. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit of that right here on this brush. Looks just like a toothbrush. I showed you on the last video where you could purchase these from. I'll put the link below. Okay, so I just put a little bit of that concealer on my brush, and I'm going to go right underneath right on top of the corrector. I'm sorry. Okay. And just kind of go over those other little spots. Okay, so we've concealed and we've corrected the problem, then we concealed it, covered it up. Okay, now we're going to get to the foundation. Okay, and this foundation is actually it's a Revlon Nearly Naked foundation. It's in the color Chestnut. Okay, 280 Chestnut, and I will have all the makeup that I'm using listed in the description box. Make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss it. These, you know, this channel is for people who are not artists. They may not know how to do makeup, or they may just only know how to do, you know, their own makeup. And I'm just giving tips and tricks that I learned from being an amateur and trying to learn myself how to do my own makeup. So that's the kind of foundation that I'm going to be using. Now, they say that you can't really get a perfect foundation for your skin. Sometimes people are lucky enough to get the perfect color. But if you can't get that perfect color or find that perfect color for your skin, you may have to mix two different colors, maybe a light and a dark, and that will get you your perfect foundation color. But this color right here happens to be pretty good for me, and I don't have to mix it. So I just like to shake up my foundation. I don't use foundation all the time, so I wanted to shake it up because it hadn't been used. And I just put some right on the back of my hand. Okay. And I'm going to take this size brush and dab it. It soaks up a lot of it does soak up a lot of foundation. So I may have to do it like this and just pour it on here because it absorbs it. And like I said, I'm not used to using these brushes, so forgive me. I'm used to using a brush like this. This is what I use usually. So I'm going to just pat some dots on my skin. Okay, push my scarf back. And yes, I do have on two different color scarves. I'm a color coordinating type person, so I matched my green and purple. I have a purple scarf here and a green there. All right, so now let me just blend this all in. I hope you all can see. Like I said, I have this mirror off to the side. I do put foundation over my eye lids because that can be considered a primer for when you're doing your eyeshadow. You can either, you know, I like to put the foundation on my eyelids and then also take a primer and put it on top when I'm going to do eyeshadow, because that helps your eyeshadow to stick better and stay longer if you're going to be out, you know, have a long day out and you want your makeup to stay on, and you might not want to be like keep applying it, your eye makeup. Now, I'm not a person that does all under my neck and stuff because I don't like the idea of makeup getting on my clothes, or, you know, I just don't. So, but I will say I like these brushes. I like these brushes. They do really good with the coverage. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Alrighty, so after I apply my foundation, then I like to take a translucent powder, which is a light powder. Okay. Now, you can't just use translucent powder and say forget it, because you will look ghostly. Okay. So this has little holes in it and you shake it, but I'm going to just put a little bit in the top. Okay. And then I'm going to take a powder brush. Okay. This is a big powder brush. And I'm going to dip it in, tap the excess off, and then just go over just to matte it out a little bit because I don't want to look shiny, okay? I'm sorry, the only thing I had on was lipstick. I had on a purple lipstick. I'll tell you the name of it when I'm done. So you just matte it out to get the shine off of it because you don't want to look shiny. So putting a translucent powder on it mattes it out so that it doesn't look shiny. And as you can see, I'm not shining and I'm kind of ghostly, but you have to take a setting powder after you put the translucent on. Now this is just the way I do it. So please, makeup artists, do not come for me about what I'm doing here. This is just, you know, me just doing what I did. Okay, now I'm going to take a setting powder called Sun and Bronze by NYC. And I'm going to, this is a little darker. This is going to tone down that ghostly look because you don't want to look ghostly. So I just used the ghostly look translucent powder just to get the shine off, matte it out a little bit, and then take this dark color so that I can bring the color back so that it can look more like my skin and not, you know, not a pale ghost look. Okay, so also for those of you who are oily girls, on my last video I was telling you some of the benefits of witch hazel. You can use witch hazel, you can put it in a spray bottle and use it as a setting spray at the end of doing your makeup. I don't use setting spray, but for those of you who do, once you do this step, then you take that witch hazel, put it in a spray bottle, and spray your face. Okay? So, there you go. Okay? So, I took the shine off with the translucent powder, and I put the color back with this setting powder. Okay? There you have it. Now, that's my foundation routine. Now, I'm taking it step by step on this channel because I don't want to just rush in. Eventually, we will get to a full beat face makeup look. But I wanted to start off by showing you how to care for your skin before you even start putting makeup on it. So that's why you have to go back to the video right before this one. And I will put that link below. This is the place where, I'm sorry, it's makeup all over it. But Gear Best, I apologize, is the company where I ordered these makeup brushes. You get maybe 10 or more makeup brushes for like $14 and change. And just to show you, this is a makeup container that I made for the makeup brushes that I already have. And I made those I bought this from the Dollar Tree. And once they're empty, I put 2 of them together, glued it. I glued 2 of these together and cut the top off, and I made a makeup. This is just like a do-it-yourself makeup thing if you know, don't have a place to keep your brushes. Now, these brushes that I just used, I was watching someone's video. I think her name is Sexy Farah. Well, that used to be her name. She changed her name, but I think if you type in Sexy Farah, you will still find her. She showed an actual gadget that holds these brushes specifically. So I'm going to look it up, put that link below so that if you decide to get these brushes, you can also get the holding tray or holding container that will hold these. Okay? And I love it. It comes in all different sizes to get into little areas of your corners of your eyes if you need to. The big brushes. I love it. They're nice and soft. Couldn't beat that for the price. Okay. All right. So now I do have a makeup haul of some wonderful makeup that I purchased. So I'm going to do that on another video. I just wanted to come in and show you my foundation routine. Okay. And let me just tell you the name of this lippy that I have on because I love shiny glossy lipstick. This is called Berry Sexy Secret by Ruby Kisses. Okay. It's a brand called Delicious, but it's Ruby Kisses, okay? All right, so thank you all. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you share with all your friends and your family, your sisters.